Hi there. Welcome back to Story Time with the 4-week vacation. This is the entrepreneur's ultimate guide to taking your life back. I'm the author, Dr. Sabrina Starling, and I'm so honored to have you here with me. If you've been following along for the last 8-9 days or so, we are in chapter 8 of the 4-week vacation, and it's all about taking your life back. And chapter 8 is the Tap the Potential solution. So I'm walking you through what we take our clients through at Tap the Potential in our Better Business, Better Life program. And we support clients in getting their businesses to the point where they have more time for what matters most and more money in their bank account than ever. When you graduate from our program, it means that you've been able to take a 4-week vacation, that your business is in a position where it can run without you for at least 4 weeks, if not longer, and continue to grow. That gives you tremendous freedom as an entrepreneur. So I hope you've been enjoying what I've been sharing with you here as I do these live readings. And we are in the middle of chapter 8. So yesterday we talked about the part 1 of the Tap the Potential solution, which is designing your business to be sustainably profitable. Before we go into the remainder of chapter 8, I want to share with you that next week I will be teaching live the 4-week vacation Better Business, Better Life Jumpstart. And that's where you get a jumpstart really in setting your business up so that it can run without you, so that you have more profit and you have more time for what matters most to you. So if you've been following along in the book and you're really intrigued and you're ready to take action, you need to be signing up for that jumpstart next week. And I've got the link scrolling here. It's tapthepotential.com/jumpstart. So I hope I get to see you live there next week. You'll get to interact with me. There'll be time for Q&A after each session that I teach. So this is really your opportunity. If you're ready to take your life back, not just read a book about it, but really take action, be on that jumpstart at tapthepotential.com/jumpstart. Okay, so we're going to go back into chapter 8. And I want to share on the screen the Tap the Potential solution, so you can see it visually as I'm reading about this. So yesterday we did design your business to be sustainably profitable, and now we're moving to part 2 of the Tap the Potential solution, which is niching down with a clearly defined sweet spot. Have a clear niche. Become the sought-out solution in that niche. A tightly focused niche broadens your opportunity for scalable growth while streamlining your business, reducing your labor needs, and driving profitability. Complexity is the enemy. Standardized, repeatable work makes it much easier to systemize, automate, and scale a business. A clearly defined sweet spot points you to the systems needed in the business. This simplifies your work significantly. Complexity is the enemy of profit. The benefits of niching down are immediate and important. You can do more and better work with a smaller, specialized team that does not need constant supervision. You have fewer people to pay, so you can pay your specialists higher wages while lowering your overall labor costs and increasing profit. Greater focus in your business makes it easier to systemize, which in turn makes it easier to create and hold accountability on your team. Being the specialist within a clearly defined niche gives you a significant competitive advantage, allowing you to charge what you need to charge to be profitable. You can justify pricing higher when your company is the specialist. In Surge, Mike Michalowicz shares the following analogy. When you get sick, you go to the doctor. If you have a cold, you're fine with seeing a general practitioner. But if you're having chest pain, you want to see a cardiologist, and you're willing to pay the higher fee. You will be able to command higher fees for your work when you are the specialist. In fact, in Mike's research of physicians, he's ascertained general practitioners command only 1/10 of the fees specialists are paid. Let that sink in. The riches are in the niches. After all, a specialist specializes. Your team will be highly efficient and effective in serving your top clients. If you're like most of us, you likely have gremlins about charging more. Being the specialist crushes those gremlins. Become the specialist by zeroing in on the sweet spot of the business. The sweet spot is the intersection between your top clients' needs, your company's strengths, in other words, what you do exceptionally well day in and day out, and unique offering and the systems in place to deliver that service. This process is based on the Pumpkin Plan by Mike Michalowicz. And so let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here on the sweet spot so you can see that. It's the intersection of your top clients, your unique offering, and how you systematize that. So let me be very clear. This is a process that is even more refined than simply identifying a niche for your business. The process of identifying the sweet spot of your business laser focuses on your greatest opportunity to be sustainably profitable within a well-defined niche. The first circle represented in the sweet spot diagram is your top clients. They are your niche. They are your ideal clients. They are the ones you want to focus your attention on. They are the clients that you would love to be able to clone over and over again. Your top clients love what you offer and will buy from you repeatedly. Your top clients are also the ones who will take you one step closer to taking your life back from your business. How so? Your top clients value what you do for them. However, they place significant value on only part of what you do for them. Most likely, they are paying attention to about 20% of what you do for them. The other 80% of what you are doing may not be as important to them, or it may overlap significantly with your competitors. It's important to find out what your top clients value about what you do for them. When you know this, you know two things. What makes you unique in your top clients' eyes, i.e. your unique offering, and number two, exactly what to systematize in your business. This is what you want to define, replicate, and scale. The next circle in the diagram is your unique offering. This is what you sell, how you sell it, and how you deliver it. This is what makes you stand out from the competition. It's the difference between what you offer and what everyone else in your industry is offering. Your compelling, vivid vision, your business mission, your immutable laws, and your area of innovation are all elements of your unique offering. A business with a clear sweet spot is much more profitable and easier to manage. Plus, you get to work with your favorite clients. It makes hiring much easier. It also makes taking a 4-week vacation much easier. So what's not to love, right? And I want to share a word of caution about top clients. If you have a client paying a lot more than other clients, it could be because the work you are doing for them is more complex and customized than what you typically do. Be cautious of this. That complexity can undermine your ability to systemize and scale your business. A complicated project often pushes the work to the owner because of the project's importance. This limits your ability to step away. It also may be undermining your ability to do the higher value work. In other words, your $10,000 an hour activities on your own business that would grow it. Sometimes that work with the client who pays a lot more than other clients is a survival trap activity. In this instance, notice the group of clients just below your highest paying client. What are they valuing about the experience they are having with you? Systems. The third circle in the diagram is systemization, which creates scalability. Scalability means that you have the ability to grow the production or delivery of your unique offering exponentially. Let me say that again. I didn't read that very clearly. Scalability means that you have the ability to grow the production and or delivery of your unique offering exponentially by adding resources without dependence on any one specific person, such as the business owner. This is the section of the diagram that is often most difficult for owners who founded their businesses by themselves based on a specific ability or talent. You may believe that no one else can create that product or deliver the service the same way that you are delivering it, and therefore the business cannot grow beyond what you can produce yourself. I get it. That's where I started too. I just could not see how I could take the coaching I was delivering to business owners to help them hire A players and make it a repeatable process. There was so much customization involved. Fortunately, Mike Michalowicz and Donna Lyons pleasantly persisted and helped me see that there were common elements that worked every single time for every single client. As I wrote the first edition of the How to Hire the Best book, I documented that system. It is now a book. It's a series of books, as a matter of fact, and a course. We have reached thousands of entrepreneurs. I regularly receive happy mail with stories of entrepreneurs sharing how they've hired A players, the great feedback they receive from their clients about their A player team members, and the impact it has on their ability to get out of the weeds of their business and have more time for what matters most to them. Avoiding systems and believing no one else can deliver what you are delivering is a limiting belief that is capping your ability to grow and serve more people who need what you have to offer. It's also keeping you trapped in the day-to-day of your business. Asking, how might someone else deliver this, opens possibilities, as does asking, what's possible when I have a team supporting the delivery of our service? Sometimes the business model is truly not scalable. Other times, the offering just needs to be tweaked in order to enable other people, automation, or a combination of the two to produce it. Systems are key to providing a consistent, high-quality experience for your clients, even when you are currently a team of one. Business performance architect and the co-founder of Work the System, Josh Fonger, says, build a plan and identify the first step. Realize that you can't build it in a day, but you can build one asset, one piece today, and that piece can endure for years. And then you build the next piece and the next piece. It's a very non-sexy way to solve business problems, but it works in reality. Keep in mind, every time you work on a system, you are engaging in a $10,000 an hour activity, particularly when it's focused on your sweet spot. Fonger shares an example of one entrepreneur who was working 70-hour weeks and trying to get away from his business, not because he was planning a 4-week vacation, but because he hated his business. He hated going there. He hated seeing his clients, his customers, his employees, says Fonger. He just never wanted to go there again. After a few months of implementing the right systems, he was able to step out of his role, take a few months for himself, and return refreshed, even opening up a new location. Now he loves his vacation and he loves going to work, reports Fonger. When you're so beat down and defeated so many times in a row, it does mess with you psychologically, and a break helps, says Fonger. Systems are a solution, not a quick fix. It's not a silver bullet, Fonger says. It's a way of doing business. It's a way of life. And so you might get some big wins quickly, or it might take some time. But the main thing is you have two options. You can either approach the business and your life in a way where you have more and more and increasing levels of control, influence, quality, and efficiency, or you can approach your business and life in a haphazard way, emotionally reacting to everything. I know which one I'm choosing. Which are you choosing? So if you're excited about systems, post a comment in the chat. I'd love to hear that. 4 fun facts about systemizing your business. I'm going to take this off the screen for just a minute. You don't have to be the one creating systems in your business. The simpler the system, the better. It does not take a lot of time to systemize your business. You don't have to systemize everything in your business to be able to take a 4-week vacation. When you focus on your sweet spot, then hire and systemize around it, you will be able to take a 4-week vacation within 12 to 18 months. Simple steps to systemize your sweet spot. And I want to just comment that content for this particular section of the 4-week vacation comes from Pumpkin Plan Your Biz. Step 1, identify the most important systems in your business and evaluate which are critical for your company to run without you. Do not fall into the trap of turning your entire business operations into one big system, as it will just be too overwhelming and you will not be able to do it justice. For example, sales, clients, onboarding, and product delivery are not one big system. In this case, they are separate. The ultimate experience is the feeling you want to create at the end of the process. This is your unique final deliverable. Define the experience you are striving to create for your top clients and work backward from there. Step 2, identify the major objectives by breaking down your process into smaller steps. Each major objective is its own encapsulated stage, and each will have its own steps to completion. If you were making a guitar, you might have 4 major objectives. The completion of the neck would be the first. The second would be the completion of the body. Fusing the 2 pieces together would be the third, and fourth would be adding the strings. Each major objective must be successfully completed in order for the process to proceed. Once you list the major objectives, ask yourself what comes before each step. Step 3, list all of the tasks that must be completed in order to finish that major objective. Once you have listed the task to completion for each major objective, you will identify 1 or more inflection points for each major objective. An inflection point is something that can significantly affect the outcome of the process. So let's say you're a weight loss coach and you're evaluating the process of delivering your coaching program to your clients. One of the major objectives in your process is to create an individualized weight loss plan. The steps in this major objective might include sending the client a written information form to fill out, receiving the form, evaluating the form, and producing the plan in writing. The completed form is an inflection point. Step 4, evaluate threats and opportunities. For the weight loss example, a threat would be the client failing to fill out the form completely or accurately. Another threat would be the client failing to return the form to you in a timely manner. For each threat, rate the significance of that threat to the completion of your major objective as high, medium, or low, and the same for the degree of control that you have over that threat. Now look at the opportunity. You will want to list any outside influencers, meaning anyone outside your organization that could influence the successful completion of this major objective. In this case, an outside influencer could be the client's physician. Step 5, make one change at a time. Choose one change that you believe will have the biggest positive impact on the outcome of your process. Identify the benchmark against which you will measure any change. Make only one change at a time and choose a time frame within which to evaluate the effects of the change. If you change multiple items at once, you will have a hard time identifying which, if any, have had an impact on your business. Use this tool to evaluate the key systems in your business for continuous improvement, increased efficiency, and increased profits. The system for creating systems. Does the thought of documenting systems make you cringe? Worse yet, does it put you to sleep? Or are you like me, suffering from system guilt? The system guilt gremlin sounds like this. You know you need systems in your business. Just block the time on your calendar, Sabrina. Sit down, list out the steps, and just get it done. It's easy, Sabrina. Why aren't you doing this? If you identify with any of the above, I've got good news for you. You don't have to be the one creating the systems in your business. In fact, when you don't create the systems, you are giving your A players an opportunity to shine. Identify department heads and top performers for each core function of the business. Model your systems on what your top performers are doing. Who is getting above average results? Extract what they are doing and teach others to do the same. As David Jennings explains in Systemology, systemizing the business is best done by two people, rather than having one person focusing on creating and documenting. Find someone on your team who is extremely organized and detail-oriented, who would be a great candidate for helping the process. This is the person who will oversee the process and capture method. Next, identify department heads and top performers for each core function of the business. Here's the process outlined by Jennings. Step 1, identify the problem. Step 2, identify who produces the results. Step 3, determine the capture method. What is the most effective way to capture the person sharing their knowledge? Step 4, record the task being completed. Step 5, create a new system complete with system title, system description, relevant links, knowledgeable worker, and team members. Step 6, create step-by-step documentation. Step 7, review the system. Send a draft to the knowledgeable worker who recorded it to look for errors or critical omissions. Step 8, have your team follow the system and cross-train other team members. Keep it simple. Ask yourself, how might we simplify this process? Review the systems in your sweet spot at least annually and seek ways to simplify. Exercise caution when adding a product or service. John Warrelou, author of Built to Sell, advises that for every product or service you offer, the number of systems you need grows exponentially and not in a linear way. If soccer moms buy your product, there is a different series of processes than if teens buy your product. Keep it simple. Complexity is the enemy of the 4-week vacation. Next, set up your key performance indicators. Once you have a system in place, you are ready to attach a key performance indicator to it. These let you know how well the system is delivering the result you intend. Key performance indicators, or KPIs, make it abundantly clear how the business is running in your absence. When you create systems around the sweet spot of your business, you will want to establish a metric, also known as a KPI, that measures how well you are delivering within your sweet spot. In addition, you will want other KPIs in place to predict and monitor the health of your business. The best KPIs are those that predict what the coming month or months will bring so that your leadership team can operate proactively, making decisions to improve any KPIs that are not hitting a target. You will want 5 to 7 KPIs that are tracked on a dashboard shared with your leadership team. Each member of the leadership team will be accountable for updating and reporting on their KPI weekly in the leadership team meeting. This meeting should happen regardless of whether you are in the office or not. Assign a member of the leadership team to run the meeting and prepare a brief to update on any major decisions made during the meeting. What KPIs do I need? In Clockwork, Mike Michalowicz breaks down the functions of all businesses into 4 key categories: attract, convert, deliver, collect. This is the ACDC model. You will want to have at least one predictive KPI for each of these 4 functions of the business, plus an extra one for your team happiness. You will want to have one person accountable for each KPI. It doesn't mean other team members don't support that KPI. It means one person is accountable for reporting it weekly and driving improvements around that KPI. Attract refers to marketing. What is being done to attract new business? How will you measure the effectiveness of the marketing dollars being spent? Think about the sweet spot of your business. What marketing activities occur to attract top clients who benefit from your unique offering? These activities need to be tracked. For example, if you're using Google Ads to attract new clients, ask how effective are these ads in generating new clients for your company. You will want to track this as a KPI. Convert refers to the sales function of the business. How effective is your sales team in converting leads into sales? You will want to track the conversion rate as a KPI. Deliver refers to the delivery of your service. You will want to track how well your team is delivering around the sweet spot. The best and easiest tool for this purpose is the Net Promoter Score, or NPS. The Net Promoter Score is calculated by asking your clients, how likely are you to recommend company, brand, or product X to a friend, colleague, or relative? Clients assign a rating between 0, not at all likely, and 10 as extremely likely. Promoters are those who respond with 9 or 10. They are actively promoting your company, telling others about you, and referring new business to you. They are likely to purchase again from you when there is a need. Passives respond with 7 or 8. They are passive. They don't have anything particularly good or bad to say about you. They are not actively referring others to you, and they may be won over by a competitor. Detractors respond with 0 to 6. They are dissatisfied and actively telling others about their experience. Detractors are damaging your business's reputation. To calculate the Net Promoter Score, subtract the percentage of detractors from the percentage of promoters. The Net Promoter Score equals the percentage of promoters minus the percentage of detractors. The NPS is an absolute number lying between negative 100, where every customer is a detractor, and positive 100, where every customer is a promoter. It is not a percentage. The average American company scores less than plus 10 on the NPS, while the highest performing organizations score between plus 50 and plus 80. We often see higher NPS scores in the small businesses we serve at Tap the Potential. I attribute this to 2 factors. Number 1, small business is typically more personable than a corporation. The personal touch goes a long way to creating happy clients who rave about you to others. And number 2, our clients are operating from the business sweet spot, focusing on continuous improvement of how they serve their top clients. Top clients feel the difference and appreciate the care that goes into their experience with the business. The Net Promoter Score has a follow-up question that reveals valuable in-the-moment feedback on how well you are delivering on your sweet spot. The follow-up question is, what is the main reason for your response to the question above? The responses you receive to this question tell you some critical information. 9s and 10s are telling you what they are paying attention to and appreciating the most from your team. Intentionally doing more of what works. How can you improve your systems to ensure every client has this over-the-top experience with your company? 7s and 8s, they are telling you what they wanted that you are not fully delivering. What opportunities do you have to learn from their feedback and use it to improve your offering? 6s and below. Oftentimes, detractors are created when we take on clients and work that is not aligned with our sweet spot, typically out of a survival trap decision. So consider this feedback from the perspective of what can be learned from this and what might I be tolerating that is undermining the experience our clients are having with us. Note that there is a parallel version of the NPS that can be used with team members. It is the Employee Net Promoter Score, or ENPS. The questions asked are, how likely is it that you would recommend XYZ as a place to work? And what is the main reason for your response to the question above? Your ENPS score gives you important insight into how happy your team members are working for you and the word on the street about your business. This is important to know when you want to attract A players to your team. An employer of choice will have a high ENPS score. In contrast, a lower ENPS score points to an opportunity to improve. Dissatisfied and disengaged team members could be undermining your ability to attract A players. In fact, keeping disengaged team members around because they get some of the work done is the equivalent of spraying A player repellent all over your business. Note that ENPS scores tend to be much lower than customer NPS scores. Why? Our team members are like the adult kids in the family. They are grown up and they see their parents for who they are, warts and all. They are the most likely to be honest and straightforward with us. C stands for collect, and that refers to collecting payment for services delivered. How effective and efficient are you in collecting payment for services rendered? You might measure this by average days accounts receivable age or by amount collected per week. It is also important to review a cash flow statement weekly in your business to catch any cash flow shortfalls and take corrective action. Your bookkeeper can prepare this for you. With Profit First in place, you are allocating revenue to your profit, owner's compensation, tax, and operating expense accounts based on target allocation percentages. Your ability to allocate funds and operate the business within the percentage allocated to the operating expense account is a KPI. When you are not able to make your Profit First allocations, your business is talking to you. It's time to listen. Your KPIs can go together onto a spreadsheet to create a dashboard. Assign the team member responsible for each KPI to update the KPI weekly. For each of your KPIs, establish your baseline, then set quarterly goals with your leadership team to improve your KPIs. Your team should be reviewing these KPIs weekly and making recommendations for how to improve them when they fall short of the goal. Do not ignore the KPIs you are achieving or surpassing. What are you doing right? Be intentional in systemizing this. Doing more of what works is the easiest way to grow your business. Your KPIs create an opportunity for your team and you to better your best. After all, we get what we measure. What we focus on grows. Now that you've created systems in your business around the sweet spot and put KPIs in place to benchmark performance, you are in the position to innovate to increase how effectively and efficiently your business runs. Metrics allow you to do this, and it's fun. So I'm putting the sweet spot back up on the screen because we just completed part 2 of the Tap the Potential solution. And one of the interesting things that happens is once you niche down with a clearly defined sweet spot, you fall back in love with your business because you're getting to work with your top clients and customers who are a joy with whom to work. And that's really a big deal. That really improves your quality of life as the business owner. And in fact, some of the research that we've been diving into from the State of the Entrepreneurship report that we've produced at Tap the Potential shows that quality of life for an entrepreneur is significantly correlated with having a system in place to attract top clients and customers. Okay, so now we're going to part 3 of the Tap the Potential solution, which is to innovate. And you want to innovate to add value while increasing efficiency. Many small businesses run on slim margins, which makes it difficult to be profitable, much less to hit the 10 to 15% target allocation percentages in the Profit First model. This typically happens because the owner feels price pressure and hesitates to raise prices in order to remain competitive. Meanwhile, the cost of doing business goes up every year. Growing an A-player team requires the ability to pay competitively. As team members are added, space and equipment needs increase. It's not uncommon to find a small business running on slimmer and slimmer margins from year to year. This is a downward spiral. At the end of the spiral is an exhausted business owner ready to throw in the towel. If you relate to this, rest assured you are not alone. There is a way out of this downward spiral. The key lies in innovating to add value for your top clients while increasing efficiency. To truly appreciate the significant impact of innovating around a clearly defined sweet spot, consider this strategy we teach in the Better Business, Better Life program. Of your revenue, 80% likely comes from approximately 20% of your clients. If your business generates $1 million in revenue annually, 20% of your clients likely are responsible for $800,000 of that $1 million. If you set a modest goal to increase revenue by 25% from the top 20% of your clients by delivering additional value, your business will generate $200,000 additional revenue annually for a total of $1 million coming from your top 20% of clients. The implications of this are significant if it's important to you to have more time for what matters most and more money in your bank account. This allows you the choice to drop 80% of your clients. You know those PITA clients, the pain in the assets clients, the ones who complain, who are never satisfied, who pay late, who take too much of your team's time and energy? Imagine being at choice to let them go without any negative impact to your revenue. Would you be okay with that? I'm betting you would be. In fact, letting them go likely increases your profit. You get to work less as you are now serving fewer clients. Moreover, the clients you are serving are a joy to work with. They appreciate you and the value you deliver. The freed up time also creates the opportunity for you to replace those clients you drop with better clients who are similar to the clients in your top 20%. Because you are serving fewer clients, you do not need as many team members. Remember, payroll is typically the biggest expense in a business. Furthermore, if you put A players in the remaining roles and align the A players with roles that allow them the opportunity to work from their strengths, you will see 900 to 1,200% more. You will see 900 to 1,200% more productivity from those A players than from warm body employees. Meanwhile, you have far fewer headaches and more time for what matters most, and you are running a business that is much more profitable. Cheers! Consider this. If you were to increase the revenue generated from your top clients by 25% over the next year, how might you add so much value that your top clients eagerly pay that? Also consider, if you were to add another tier of service that would appeal to the top 20% of your top 20% clients, what would that service be? By the way, for simple math, the top 4% of your clients likely represent 64% of your sales. What might you charge for that added tier of service to be profitable? You probably already have a sense of what you would like to be doing for your top clients if you had more time. Another source of inspiration for how to add value is to consider what you are learning from your clients' responses to the Net Promoter Score. Our favorite tool for driving innovation is the wish list interview from the Pumpkin Plan. Your top clients' responses in these interviews are pure gold for your business. The challenge with the wish list interview is that we, the business owner, and our teams are so close to the work we do with our top clients, we are likely to overlook the obvious in their responses and downplay the significance of what our top clients are telling us. For this reason, I don't recommend the do-it-yourself approach with wish list interviews. When you do wish list interviews, I recommend you work with business strategists to help you leverage the information gleaned and to hold you accountable for moving forward with the innovation opportunities you discover through these interviews. I've heard too many of our clients initially review the wish list interview results and comment, "Nothing surprised me here," only to discover significant opportunity for innovation as we guided them through analyzing the responses. The innovation opportunities are key to increasing your margin through delivering value-added services to your top clients. Here are some powerful questions to jumpstart your innovation. What are 10 things you or your team would be doing for your top clients if you had more time? What would the impact be? If you were to add so much value that you deliver a 3-to-1 return on investments for your let me start over on that one. If you were to add so much value that you deliver a 3-to-1 return on investment for your clients, what might you be doing? If you were to add a top tier service, what would you be doing for your very best clients? What do you want to hear your top clients saying? What could you deliver that would have them saying that. So we're not done with chapter 8. I'm going to leave you with those powerful questions because I bet your wheels are turning. And if you're watching this later on and that got your wheels turning, post in the comments and just say, yeah, I'm thinking through this, or that's blown my mind, Dr. Sabrina. That's a lot to digest. I just want to hear how you're responding to that. So we've been going through the 4-week vacation. We're in chapter 8. Chapter 8 is the meatiest chapter in the book. It's full of so much, and it really is the high level overview of everything that we teach in our Better Business, Better Life program. So as we wrap up today, I want to share with you that next week I am teaching the Better Business, Better Life Jumpstart, which is based on the 4-week vacation book. So if you've been following along and listening and thinking, wow, I am ready to get started working on my business so that it supports my life and I have more time for what matters and I have more money in my bank account. And yes, Dr. Sabrina, in 12 to 18 months, I want to be able to take a 4-week vacation. Then you want to join me live next week when I'm teaching for the 4-week vacation, Better Business, Better Life Jumpstart. You'll need to register. This is a closed doors training. It's not going to stream over social media. So go to tapthepotential.com/jumpstart. I can't wait to see you there and support you in taking your life back from your business. Thanks for joining me today. I'll be back here with more reading from the 4-week vacation tomorrow at the same time. Bye for now.